Breaking news, breaking news. I guess this would be anything about it. But I did see a post from Dr. Umar Johnson, and I saw some other talks, and it seems as though the Nation of Islam or Louis Farrakhan organization, the Final Call Incorporated, it seems as though finally they have filed suit against this Jewish organization called the Anti-Defamation League. And the Anti-Defamation League has used their influence, their media, to basically claim that Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, are anti-Semitic. And I believe, what is it, the southern part of Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam as a terrorist organization, a hate group. And this is fine. This is fine. I remember when I was in the ranks with Minister Farrakhan back in the day. I remember it was Madison Square Garden, 1982, I believe. 81, 82, somewhere in there. And we were having a meeting, and the mayor of New York, I forgot what his name, I think it was Mayor Koch, he told black people, do not attend the meeting. You need to stay home because Farrakhan is a hate monger, anti-Semitic, and all this other nonsense. He told them, he telling them, you stay home, don't go to the meeting. And the response from the black community, soul brothers and sisters of New York, it made them want to go to the meeting even more. We had to open up buildings next door and put loudspeakers on the outside. And the only thing that the mayor done was made black people want to go see what's going on even more. And so on the outside, myself and other Fruit of Islam is the military wing of the Nation of Islam. We were outside, and across the street from the venue were members of the Anti-Defamation League and probably some other Jewish organizations, whatever. They were on the outside with protesting against Farrakhan, saying, who do we want? Farrakhan. How do you want him? Dead. Who do we want? Farrakhan. How do you want him? How do we want him? We want him dead. And I don't know, it would seem as though that would be something like a terroristic threat in and of itself, but nobody bothered them. You can go around in the public, how do you want so-and-so? We want them dead. So I guess that's permissible. I guess it's according to who you are. So these persons, the Jewish Defamation League, and in fact many others, have made a claim that Louis Farrakhan is anti-Semitic. He's a hate monger. Now, for me, there are those who might see this video strange, but it's not strange when you understand I have to stand with what is right. Now, you can claim anything that you want. It's all right for the Jewish Defense League. It's all right for the Southern Poverty what's the last, Southern Poverty, whatever the hell. It's a lot of these organizations that call soul brothers and sisters, our organizations, terrorist organizations, that we are hate mongers and all this foolishness. You can say whatever you want to, but this is the great thing about America. The great thing about America is you can take people to court for defamation and slander. We did that last year or this year. I forgot what it was. We went to court for defamation and slander. That's the great thing of America. So you can say anything that you want to out of your mouth. Now, if it's true, no big deal. But if it's not true, you have a problem. What's her name? That rapper, Cardi, what's her name? Cardi B. She took that YouTuber, Tasha K, to court, won $1 million. I don't think that Tasha K has paid that woman her money, but she lost the case for slandering, defamation of character of Cardi B. So I can guarantee you, Tasha K is going to be real careful in how she talks about other people. That's the wonderful thing about America. This should have been done way back when I was in the ranks. The Nation of Islam should have began to sue these folks. Make them go to court, make them prove their allegations, because Louis Farrakhan, whether you like him or not, that's not his thing. He's not anti-Semitic. He's not a hate monger. That's a damn lie. Now, when it comes to Malcolm X back in the day, and in the early 80s or 90s or whatever, that's different. And Malcolm's family should have took him to court for slandering their father, defamation of character of their father. The Black Panther Party, I wish they had stayed on that course. The Black Panther Party went into the law of this nation and found a loophole so they could carry guns. And then these suckers had to go in and change the law so that the Black Panther Party could not take advantage of that loophole anymore. I want to talk about this, and I think it's wonderful that the Nation of Islam would sue these folks, because they need to be sued. The thing about a lot of Jewish people, they put themselves in this self-righteous victim category where you can't talk about them, because some Jewish people smoke, they drink, they commit adultery, they commit murder, they do many things that other folks do, but because I'm part of the Holocaust, and you cannot even question the 6 million victims of the Holocaust. They cannot be questioned. You cannot talk about this particular group of people. They are very protected. So we need to take them to court. What makes you so better that nobody can't point out what you do? Because here we are, the descendants of slaves born in America, victimized. Who knows how many millions of us died in this nation? And they talk about us, call us out of our name every day. Nobody is protecting us. We're not protected. But this group of people, if you question them, then you are anti-Semitic because you question their behavior. I question the behavior of Israel over there. Not because I have real concern, because of what is right and what is wrong. We get information that's one-sided here. So let's go to court. The Black Panther Party had it. You had it going on until they became blackety black. Instead of using your brain. You're living in a nation where you don't have weapons of mass destruction. And even if you did, I don't know if you would use them anyway. But you're dealing with a force that is more powerful than yourself. But see, everything has an Achilles heel. Everything has a weak spot. Target. The head is a good target. But also the throat, the middle of the chest, nerve points, the groin, the back of your, what is that part of your leg? It's a lot of areas that you can attack instead of always just the head, because folks are going to protect their head. But see, it takes a lot of energy. When you try to protect the head, all this other stuff is open. But we don't think about that. Everything has an Achilles heel. Everything has a weakness. A diamond is one of the strongest materials on this planet. But it still can be broken down and polished and manipulated. Something can still destroy it. Something can still cut it. Although we look as though we're weak in this nation, and you are weak from a military standpoint because you don't have weapons. You don't have tanks. You don't have AK-47s and missile defense systems. You don't have all that. But these people have an Achilles heel. They have weakness. One of their weakness is their court system. One of their weakness is their political system that you don't take advantage of. You don't take advantage of because you listen to all that blackety black crap like they have weapons of mass destruction. And the little guns and things that these blackety black folks do have, they're not going to use them. They have yet to use them. So what the hell are you listening to them for? See, I cannot come on YouTube and tell us what we could really do. And we don't have to have guns. You don't have to have a nuclear bomb. You are here. Do you know how many enemies of America wish they lived here and could be here? You live here. Many of your relatives work in many places. But we don't take advantage of none of these things. Even our economic power, we don't use that no more either. And it will work, but now we're so comfortable, and we have not taught our children to love themselves. They think everything is over until we have a George Floyd now and then. So they don't care, because we think that the war is won. We think we are in this comfortable place. And you're not. But you're in a position where you can get your respect by taking advantage of the things that your enemy give you. And the Black Panther Party was a prime example of what to do. This lawsuit should have been filed a long time ago. Now, the dangerous thing about it is I don't know exactly how this worked. I don't know if they filed it under the Nation of Islam being defamed or Louis Farrakhan, because if it's filed under an individual, just Minister Farrakhan, and not the Nation of Islam itself, then, well, actually, the damages is against Minister Farrakhan, because there's a whole lot of Nation of Islam factions out there, different ones. This also is sort of dangerous for Minister Farrakhan because, well, we already know that he's an older person. So if he mysteriously should die, what happens to the lawsuit? See what I'm saying? He dies mysteriously. And who's going to question it because he's an older person? And he's been fighting cancer for, over 20 years. So if he mysteriously died before this lawsuit can go to trial, who benefits? So I don't know exactly how this lawsuit has been filed. But we need to understand that there are a lot of tools at our disposal if we use our brain, and like the Black Panther Party did back, search the weakness of your opponent. This is what we must do. This is what we fail to learn because we're listening to all these idiots talking like they have tanks. I know. They waiting on the God to do. What you think God gave you brain for? To solve your problem. That's what the brain is for. To help you solve your problem. It may come a time that you have to physically get down. But we know right now we're not in a position to do that. So we're going to have to move smarter. More wiser. And again, I can't come on here. And plus also I know that there are many people who steal your idea and take it for their own. So there's a lot of things that I just cannot say because I would have these folks, they steal your ideas. They steal your vision. And really that's all right as far as I'm concerned. But they want to turn it into something that is not. They want to use it for their own gratification and glorification. They don't want to use it for the purpose that it was revealed to us. This is why the Mississippi campaign is important. It has never been done. And everything about the Mississippi campaign is legal. So in order for them to do anything detrimental against the activity of the Mississippi campaign, they'll be really going against themselves. Because everything that you do is legal under their law. There's nothing really they can do. Even if they start changing the law, they'll start having problems. Not only with soul brothers and sisters, they're gonna have problems with their own, because this is an attack on American political system, democracy itself. So what you're basically doing is you're taking the political system hostage, hiding behind it. So when they attack, they're attacking themselves. They're not really attacking us. They're attacking themselves because you say in this country This is the rights of the citizens. This is protected under the United States Constitution. So the Nation of Islam, or any of us, we need to take the suckers to court. Since you're making these claims against me, then you need to go to court and prove it. And like young Pharaoh told that pedophile brother Polite, give me my bag. And the Nation of Islam and Minister Farrakhan is asking for $5 billion. Give me my bag. Those people cannot prove that Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, is a terrorist organization. It cannot prove that he's anti-Semitic. But when you're able to run your mouth, you can say anything that you want to. Proving it is a totally different ball game. I was in court with some folks not too long ago, and they claimed that I slander and defame them. And I said, well, you defame and you slander me. And the court said, both of y'all guilty. So the thing about it is, even if the court case turned out that way, which is not, because Minister Farrakhan never slanders. He does not talk about the Anti-Defamation League like that. So I want to see them prove that Louis Farrakhan or any black organization that they claiming anti-Semitic and all this other nonsense. Because you're human beings. Jewish people are human beings, and they make mistakes. They smoke, they drink. Some of them eat pork, break a violation of their own religion or whatever. Guilty of domestic abuse and so many other things. So many things, but you can't talk about. See, the thing about defamation and slander, if it's true, you don't have a case. But what these people are saying is not true, yet you cannot prove it. They cannot prove what they're talking about. You need to take them to court. They should have been taken to court long time ago, and they would have shut up. Oh, they still would have been on your case, but all that, oh, you a hate monger. Oh, I took, in 2009, I believe, 2010, I took Google to court, almost won. Because Google, they flagged my channel still. They still harass me. But they never talk about hate speech no more. We went to court, and I asked them to prove to the court that I'm speaking hate speech. And they couldn't do it. The judge said, what hate speech? The judge did not see any hate speech. It's a damn lie. Just harassment. Now, it's amazing how a corporation, I only get 5 views, 10 views. I only have 10 subscribers. This big corporation, Google, still gonna find it necessary to harass me. 100 channels terminated. What kind of crap is that? That should tell you something. Hate speech. I don't hate nobody. Slander and defamation, hate speech, if it's true. But if it's false, give me my bag, like young Pharaoh said. It's lies. because of Google and maybe even Facebook, you can't even talk about certain folks on social media because it's hate speech. And they did what you talking about. I cannot even talk about my own gender. Oh, you hate black men. Hate speech. That's a lie. I'm a male myself. I cannot talk about my own gender and I'm telling the truth. If I'm not telling the truth, take me to court for slander and defamation of black men. They're not going to do it. Folks don't like you to talk about their skeleton. Folks don't like you to talk about when they wrong. Hate speech. Well, prove it then. You don't know how much power you have just in the court system. If we use just the court system, these people and their discrimination and their murder, oh wow, you just don't know the power you have. The political system, these black power idiots, because they don't understand the power that you've been given. There's a reason why these folks shot us, jailed us, try to stop us. Why do you think they would do that if voting had no power for us? Why would these people go all out of their way to kill us, to try to stop us from voting? They know, you don't know. And you said because you have not been able to use it in the right manner. But they understand if you're able to use it to your benefit, they know the power that the vote has. They know. You don't know. And so you don't vote and you don't take people to court. You just holler and scream black power, hotel, I say, and all this other nonsense that you got from all this Pan-African garbage. And what do they give you? What have they produced? Not a damn thing. So you keep listening to them. And you keep walking on their road to nowhere. Because that's where they're going, on a road to nowhere. I wish Louis Farrakhan, I wish the Nation of Islam the best of luck in this lawsuit because it's needed. And I hope that they win to show you that you're not as powerless as you believe, to show you that there's a lot of tools at your disposal that you're not taking advantage of because you're not listening to the right people. As long as you give them your money, they don't give a damn about you. They talk about their bag, their $1 million house and their cars, and they don't care about what's happening with you. So they could care less. And then they pass their generational wealth that they got off your back to their children. Your babies ain't gonna get up nothing. They're not gonna benefit. All these organizations, including Louis Farrakhan, Nation of Islam, none of those assets go to the believers, go to the followers. You ain't gonna get nothing. You're not gonna get nothing. So the Nation of Islam was worth $80 million when Elijah Muhammad died. How much did the followers get? Nothing. Because if the followers got it, those heirs, his family members wouldn't hardly have nothing to argue and fight over. When Yahweh bin Yahweh died, when his organization fell apart, it was worth $100 million or more or whatever. The followers got what? They didn't get nothing. Malachi J. York, whatever his damn name is, What did his people get? Y'all didn't get nothing. So Elijah Muhammad said in the lessons, why do the so-called Negro love the white man? Because he gives you nothing. And you happy with nothing. And you make excuses because you didn't get nothing. Oh, well, it was all about Allah. Allah didn't get none of the money either. Yahweh didn't get none of the money either. All the money went to Yahweh bin Yahweh, Elijah Muhammad, whoever the leaders of these organizations. God didn't get nothing. You didn't get nothing. Only the family got nothing. You get nothing. If the believers, if the followers of Elijah Muhammad actually own something in the nation of Islam, at least the intellectual property, how could it fall into public domain? Because you own and run nothing. I refuse anything associated with me in regards to the Mississippi campaign. You're gonna know that you got something. Even in Marcus Garvey group, they sold stocks. So you have a piece of paper in your hand so that you can at least say, I'm a stockholder in these ships or whatever they was doing in the late 20s and early 30s, whenever. You're happy with nothing and make excuses, and you proud to have nothing. How sick. Somebody told, it's a lie, I have not seen a proof. I'm happy to say something different. They told me that followers of Louis Farrakhan have interest in the assets of the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam belongs to them. That's a lie. I was in the Nation of Islam. Where's my part? Well, you're not a part no. So, okay, I'm not a member no more. I still should have some kind of stock. I still should have some kind of share. I helped build it. And I have family, and I asked them, where's your share? I thought that this lie, because it's a lie until proven otherwise. It's a lie. There's no proof, there's no evidence to show that the believers own the Nation of Islam property. These properties are in the names of Farrakhan or his wife and children and whatever. I can guarantee you the believers don't own nothing. You should be sick of people exploiting you. You should be sick of people taking advantage of your kindness. You should be happy, or you should not be happy to have nothing when you sacrifice. Look, I know some of y'all sacrifice. Some of you mortgage your house. You don't drive the kind of car that you really would like to drive because you sacrificing and you suffering for the cause, but you're not suffering for the cause. You're suffering and sacrificing for the benefit of an individual and his family. And your family don't get nothing. No, that's wrong. I couldn't even sleep at night. Living in a big house. Getting millions and millions of dollars. And I know that some of you can't even pay your electric bill. And you sent me your last pennies. To do what? To do what? And you make excuses for having nothing. And you call yourself an adult. But you wouldn't tolerate that on your job. You go to work on your job, and when Friday comes, where my money? And if that person don't give you your money, there's a big problem. When you pay your electric bill, The electricity better be on. Hey, wait a minute. Where my internet? I know I paid my internet bill. I paid the gas. What's up? But you tolerate investing in these people that you call divine, and they give you nothing. If it was up to them, you would have no gas, you wouldn't have a car, you wouldn't have the internet, you wouldn't have nothing. Because they give you nothing. How long you gonna tolerate this? It's wrong. And you will get angry at me because I'm speaking out. Because you like them. Who cares because you like somebody? Because you like somebody don't pay your bills for you. Because you like somebody don't stop your sons from being shot down by the police. Because you like somebody. Because you like somebody don't stop your daughter from being raped or become a stripper. There's a problem here. So I'm the one with the problem. Angel Snubbing Up 7 is crazy. Because I want to get paid. And if I serve God, I'm going to say this in conclusion. And if I serve God, I need to get paid. I'm not going to wait to die to get a reward. You need to start showing me that you can do some stuff for me, God. Because you know I don't have weapons. Then you need to bring your ass out here and fight for me. God has yet to come out here and fight for us. We get shot down here in these streets. We are discriminated against. We are made mockery of. Our people, we've been enslaved. Our ancestors have been enslaved for over 300 years. This God has yet to step up and do anything for us. And you still loyal. And you get nothing. How long you gonna tolerate that? How long are we gonna tolerate being mistreated? By God? By the oppressor? By these immigrants? Everybody mess with us. The buck has to stop somewhere. It needs to stop now. Stand up and be a man. Stand up and be a woman. Take matters into your own hands. If God helped you, that's cool. But I don't need you no more. If these other Africans or whoever these other people, they claim they stand with you, we don't need you. But if they helped you, that's cool. We can handle our business. We know how. You're not going to get nowhere messing around with these magic people. These people live in some kind of fantasy and delusions. You have a lot of power. There's a lot of advantage that you have. You don't understand your potential. Again, I do wish the Nation of Islam, I wish Minister Farrakhan, I wish them success and win this lawsuit. It's time. And we need many, many more for these idiots running their mouth. If it's true, no problem. But if it's not true, and you can't prove it in court, give me my bag. With that said, y'all. With that said, jot down your comments. subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. I'm Angel Snub number 7. And this was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth. Peace out.